Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Telling Talks. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. I'm trying to get my following up, so I will highly appreciate if you guys would share. So anyway, I just want to jump into the topic of today. And basically today I want to talk about is being the best version for yourself. So the other day I was hanging out with a friend of mine. Haven't seen her in a long time. It was great to catch up. But one thing that resonated with our conversation was how she was so adamant about her peace and just creating a space where she can be like her best self before, trying to get back in the friend group and even being her best self as a mother. So that really resonated with me as we were talking. And I know for me, in past relationships and situationships, or just in the past period, I would find myself doing for others, like sacrificing my needs, my wants, my desires for others to make other people happy. And then in the end, I realized I wasn't happy. I'm the one who lost myself in the midst of that relationship. And I promised myself, if I ever get into another serious relationship again, I'm going to continue to do the things that make me happy. And I'm going to make sure that my partner knows that, what I like, and not try to take that away from me or try to get all my time and just have me lose, focus on the things that made me who they liked, made me who they enjoyed being around, made me who attracted them to me or me to them. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to really keep in mind when I start to talk to people, because when you start liking somebody, it's only natural. You want to be around them more, you want to talk to them more. Sometimes their likes become your likes, their desires become your desires. And then I think in the midst of that, we tend to lose ourselves, because not only are we trying to please the other person, but we naturally just started picking up, what they like and what they want. It's not even something that we all the time think about and say like, okay, I want to, I want to do this for this person to make them happy. Sometimes you simply do that because when you're around certain things, when you're around certain people, you just naturally pick up on it. So that's another factor, and that can happen in a work setting, you around coworkers, and maybe they do certain things a certain way or they talk a certain way. If you're around them long enough, eventually you're going to pick up on something that they're doing. So I think it's only natural that we tend to pick up maybe little lingos and stuff like that. You find yourself like, what? That person say that. I don't be saying that, but now you find yourself saying that. So just be mindful to keep your likes, your desires, your wants, the things that you set out for yourself before you even met somebody, before you even got involved in that project or in that environment. Make sure you stay true to yourself and you do what makes you happy. And that can look different to different people. I say this all the time. I'm a homebody. I do like to go out, but I rejuvenate. I get my most joy and my pleasure, and that's at home. I can put on a good movie, a TV show, binge watch, have a couple of snacks, or just enjoy my own company because I like being at home. It's comfortable. I don't have to get dressed up all the time. I don't have to, be and act a certain way. I can just chill out, lay back, and do me. And I like my own company, so I don't need a whole bunch of people around me. Sometimes when I do, and which I rarely have company, but times when I do have company, I tend to get irritated fast because like I'm not used to having somebody in my space, and now they're in my space and it's like, get away. But you know, sometimes it's good to just have somebody around, but at the same time, because I'm so used to my own space and I'm so comfortable with who I am, I created an atmosphere where I don't need people around just to feel happy, secured, or anything like that. So, back to what I was saying about being true to yourself. If you like to do something and it brings you joy and it brings you happiness and it keeps you motivated, do that. Continue to do that. And then when you get involved with somebody, let them know how important this is to you. Because as I shared in one of my stories before, I was working with this guy and he was like, "Oh my God, it seemed like all you do is work out, work out, work out, work out, work out." And I had to explain to him, this is what brings me joy. I don't know where or who I would be if I did not work out and, on a consistent basis and really enjoy working out. It's one thing to just work out for a sense of aesthetics or health, but I actually enjoy just doing it. I actually enjoy the environment of it. And so, he was saying like, seem like you don't have a life and that seemed like that's all you do. And I had to remind him, you don't know where I would be, who I would be, what else I would be getting myself involved in had I not had this. So this is something positive. This is a positive reinforcement that I am putting in, and this is discipline. This is, working out. It goes beyond, like I said, just the aesthetics of it, but it's discipline. It's being committed. It's being, putting a goal in mind. All this stuff that I do in the gym is something that I can do and take in my life. These are lifestyle things that I can do. So it's not just, getting in the gym, working out, looking a certain way, posting pictures and all that stuff. It's also being committed to something, okay? You think about being committed. When you get in a relationship, you got to be committed to that. When it gets hard in the gym and I want to quit and I want to give up, or it's a day that I don't feel like going, guess what? I got to show up. I got to get into it. I got to do it even when it hurts. Same thing with a relationship. You have to show up every day. That's something that's a job you can never be fired from, unless of course y'all split. But what I'm saying is you got to show up. You got to put in the work even when it get hard. And so I make sure that the thing that I love the most, I also incorporate that in my lifestyle, in the way I would do relationships. And if somebody's saying like, don't do this is not right, that seems like all you do, and they downplaying what I'm doing, you're ultimately stunting on my growth, even as a human being. Because again, I take these disciplinary attributes, mindset. When I'm in the gym, I want to take that into my next relationship. So if you're stunning on the growth of me being in the gym, working out strength wise, you're also stunting on the growth of me being in a relationship and growing in that and working that, to the best of my ability. So when somebody comes in your life, and they don't always have to agree with what you're doing, but as long as they support it and not try to stop you from doing it. I don't want to ever get into another situation where my life doesn't belong to me anymore. I mean, my life doesn't belong to me, it belongs to God. But I'm saying, like, my life and everything that I loved before this person came in the picture, I no longer do. I no longer have the desire to do, and no longer bring me happiness, because I'm so focused on their happiness, what makes them happy, pleasing them. I don't want to do that anymore. And if anybody try to come against what I like to do, whether that's talking on here, whether that's working out, whether that's being by myself, if anybody try to come in my life and try to stunt my growth, or just knock what I love and knock the things that keep me at peace, you're now talking about peace now. You're now talking about stealing my joy now. You got to go. So just keep that in mind when you are either in a relationship or getting into a relationship. Just think about the things that maybe you're currently in a relationship, right? And think about the things that you did before your partner became your partner. Do you still do those things? And if you still do those things, do you still get fulfillment and enjoyment out of them? Did that person create a narrative in your mind to make you think that what you were doing was less than, or what you was doing was you not going to get, the joy and the fulfillment that you once got before they came here? Think about it. Think about the things that you sacrifice and change and or stop because of somebody else. Don't, if you want to stop, do it because of yourself. Do it because you no longer have fulfillment. You no longer have joy. It's a hassle. It's too much work. It's not a necessity. If that's the case, then okay. But don't let nobody come in your life and say like, all right, it's all about me, serve me, forget about what you're doing, because you will eventually resent them, and then you will later on, if y'all break up, you will realize, dang, I really lost myself in this relationship. Dang, I really gave up who I was and what I wanted and what I could have been by staying in this relationship. And guess what? It failed. So just think about that when you are talking to people, when you are in a relationship. Do the things that make you happy, and if it brings you joy and fulfillment, express that to your partner, and hopefully they support you. If they don't support you, maybe you gotta check that. Maybe it's something not breaking up over, but something worth checking. So just keep that in mind. Thanks for tuning in to another Telly Talks. Until next time, talk to you guys soon. Peace.